So we'll be listening to the Murli of the 14th of March 1982. 14th of March 1982. And the essence of the Murli is Bap Dada's news of this land and the lands abroad. Bap Dada's news of this land and the lands abroad. So today, Bap Dada went on a tour with the children. How long would it take Bap Dada to tour the whole world? How long would it take Bap Dada to tour the whole world? He can choose how much time he takes to complete his tour. Whether he does it, so he can choose how much time he takes to complete his tour. Whether he does it in great detail or in essence. Today is the day to meet the double foreigners. Therefore, Baba is giving news of his travels. What did he see in the foreign lands? And what did he see in this land? Some time ago, there was a wave of a speciality of the foreign lands that came to Bharat. What was it? Just as the people abroad used to remain constantly engrossed in the facilities of temporary happiness, so the people of Bharat too have used many foreign facilities to attain happiness. They have experienced and are still experiencing a lot of intoxication by using those foreign facilities that bring temporary happiness. The people of Bharat copied the use of the temporary facilities, and because of this copying, they have lost their original power. They stepped away from their spirituality and took the support of the foreign facilities of happiness. What did the foreign lands do? They did something very sensible. They attracted the real spiritual power of Bharat to their foreign lands. It's very interesting, right? That the foreign lands gave all their luxuries and materialism, consumerism to India, and took all the spirituality that India had to offer back with them. So they did something very sensible. They attracted the real spiritual power of Bharat to their foreign lands. As a result of that, a great many followers from abroad are seen following anyone who is famous for having spiritual power or being a guru. Souls abroad are renouncing artificial facilities and are very much attracted to real things and to spirituality. Whereas the people of Bharat have become engrossed in artificial facilities. How ironical, right? They have discarded their own things and are moving towards things that don't belong to them. People of Bharat have discarded their own things and are moving towards things that don't belong to them. Whereas souls abroad have a great desire for seeking, recognizing, and attaining real things. Therefore, today, whilst Bap Dada was touring this land and the lands abroad, he saw on his tour what the people of Bharat were doing and what the people abroad were doing. Seeing the people of Bharat, Bap Dada felt mercy for the souls of the number one religion of the highest clan. who have forgotten their own special things and become so engrossed in adopting the things that the souls of a later religion have renounced. So, this is why, while sitting in the home of Bharat, they don't even know the father, the elevated guest. So, guest with a capital G, who has come to Bharat, the home where his souls abroad heard the message from far away, recognize the father, and have come here. Therefore, Bab Dada is seeing that the double foreigners have very sharp eyes of recognition. From far away, they have seen and have attained through their eyes of recognition and their experience. Bab Dada has mercy for the people of Bharat and especially the residents of Abu, because even though they are so close, they don't have eyes of recognition. Their eyes of recognition remain blind. So their eyes of recognition remain blind. Seeing such children, there would be mercy for them, would there not? So Baba was seeing the wonder of the double foreigners. What else did Baba see? Nowadays, just as Bharat is poor, so as the final moments come closer, there is less than plenty for the people abroad as well. Yes, because, how much will materialism, consumerism last? Well, the resources are going to be used up eventually. When a tree is flourishing, it is covered with fruit or flowers. But when it begins to dry up, all the fruit or flowers also begin to dry up. So the fruit and flowers of the speciality of attainment of a land through which people remain happy and in an atmosphere of peace have also begun to dry up. So the fruit and flowers of the speciality of attainment of a land through which people remain happy and in an atmosphere of peace have also begun to dry up. Now it is not so easy to get a job in the foreign lands. Did you ever hear of this problem abroad before? Did you ever hear of this problem abroad before? So this too is a sign that the facilities of happiness and the fruit of peace are drying up. The main trunk of Bharat is drying up. It has begun to affect the main branches. The Christian religion is the last main branch. In the picture of the tree, which branch is of the Christian religion? Of the main branches that you show, this is the last one, is a dot. Up to that branch, the attainment of plenty that was flourishing has now dried up. This is the sign of the state of decay of the whole tree. So in the whole world, Baba saw that the fruit and flowers of temporary attainment have dried up. There are just two other things. One is to cry out in the mind and through the lips, and the other is to be compelled to continue to live in and run the country in whatever way is possible. And for that, Baba is saying to cry out is chillana, and to continue with the task is chalana. These are the only two things left. So people are either crying out in distress or they are pushing, chugging along. Not even chugging along. That chugging along is used actually in a good way, right? And in a way, at least we are moving forward well. But in a way, there is so much of struggle for people, right? Chalana mane kya? There is this constant struggle for people in today's world. So going along in great happiness has come to an end, and all that is left is to keep going in whatever way possible. It has become like this abroad as well. So what is this a sign of? For how long can one continue to do everything under compulsion? Now, what do you do with the world that is crying out? We'll have to do something for this world, right? So Baba is saying, give the wings of attainment to those who are doing everything under compulsion and make them fly. Those who are suffering, those who are struggling, those who are in distress. So give them wings of attainment and make them fly. Who will be able to make them fly? Those who are in the flying stage themselves. That's the answer. Who will be able to make them fly? Those who are in the flying stage themselves. So, are you in the flying stage? Are you in the flying stage or the stage of ascent? It shouldn't even be the stage of ascent. You now have to be in the flying stage. So these are two words in Hindi. Baba uses them very frequently. Chadti kala and urti kala. Baba is saying chadti kala bhi ab khatam ho jaye. Bas ab urti kala reh jaye. So where have you reached? What do you double foreigners think? The majority of you are teacher quality like the father, are you not? A teacher means one who has the flying stage. You're like this, are you not? Acha. Today, Bab Dada simply told you the news of his tour. Now, those of this land and abroad are very clearly seeing these practical signs. When something happens nowadays, they say it happened 100 years ago. Yeah, many unique things are happening because all of these things will reveal the unique Father. The sound that emerges from everyone's mouth is what will happen now. Everyone has this very clear question mark in their intellect. The words that will emerge now are whatever had to happen has happened. जो होना था वो हो गया. The Father has come. The question mark will finish and the full stop will be applied. Just as churning produces butter, first there is a lot of movement and then the butter emerges. So only after the fluctuation of the question mark will the butter of revelation emerge. See, Baba comes up with these analogies. And, question mark is like churning. So just as regular churning, you see, when you churn milk, then butter emerges. Similarly, this question mark that will be created in the minds of people because of all the difficulties that are arising in the world, then the butter of revelation will emerge. The upheaval has started at a great speed. The butter of revelation will now be visible in all corners of the world. So now Baba is saying the upheaval has started at a great speed. The butter of revelation will now be visible in all corners of the world. However, who is going to eat this butter? Are you ready to eat it? Everyone is invoking you angels. Acha. To those who enable souls who lack something to attain all attainments. Yeah, people are lacking so much, and we are the ones who will help them attain all attainments. To the great donors who donate to everyone the eyes of recognition. To the contented souls who are bestowers of blessings and who give everyone the blessing of contentment. To those who constantly make other souls fly with the wings of their attainment. To those who are constantly in the flying stage. To those who reveal the Father through their own being. To the elevated souls who are revealed in front of the world, Bapdada's love, remembrance, and namaste. That the world is going down the drain, we can see that. Definitely India, Bharat, which is the old land, even the foreign lands, which were the lands of abundance, right, of some time back. You see, things are going down and people are in upheaval, people are in distress, they lack attainments, And so they are looking up to us for their salvation. And so we are the ones who have to serve them. Clearly, because of their question mark, what will happen, what will not happen, that will become the churning for them. And through their question mark, then the butter of God's revelation will happen. Yes, and we are the ones who have to help in this revelation. We are the ones who have to help them in every way, form, and sense. Right? But for that, what do we have to do? What did Baba say? We have to help them fly, right? They need the wings of attainment. So we have to help them fly. But we can only help them fly if we are ourselves flying. So no longer Charti Kala, it has to be Vriti Kala, flying stage. Okay, Ji. Om Shanti.